So in this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through a couple of different ways that you can access your NMSU OneDrive folder. If you're using Windows 10, OneDrive does come pre-installed, so it's actually pretty easy to set up. So I'm going to show you that way first. And then the other way is going to be through your web browser if you're on, maybe a different kind of computer like a Mac, or, you just don't have it installed because you're running an older version of Windows. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All we have to do is go down to the Start menu and type in OneDrive to find it. You can also find it through the list of apps, just right under the letter O and OneDrive. So when you open OneDrive for the first time, it's going to ask you for your email address, and here's where we're going to put in our My NMSU email address. And then we're going to hit sign in, and it's going to redirect us to the My NMSU sign-on page, which hopefully you recognize, and you just need to type in your My NMSU username and password. Hit sign in. So it's going to say, it's going to give you the location where your OneDrive folder is. So it usually just puts it in your user directory under a folder called OneDrive, New Mexico State University. If you'd like to change the location or rename it, you're welcome to do that. But leaving it just like this is just fine, and you'll be able to access it really easily. So we're just going to go and hit next. It's going to walk you through some tutorials that you're welcome to, go through. When you get to the end of that dialog, it's going to say Open My OneDrive folder. So we're going to click that blue button, and you'll notice how immediately my OneDrive folders popped up and started syncing. If you've never used OneDrive before, stuff won't show until you put documents in this folder. But yeah, you'll see that it's starting to sync, and it's showing the status of, hey, it's in the cloud, or oh, it's already synced by having a green check mark. So that's a pretty easy way. You'll notice that now I have a folder here on my left sidebar that says OneDrive, New Mexico State University. So, if I have any documents that I'd like to move over, or, stuff to save onto the OneDrive, I can just click that OneDrive, New Mexico State University folder right there. Okay, so the second way that you can access your NMSU OneDrive folder is through a web browser. And so I'm just going to go ahead and open up Google Chrome. But you can be using Microsoft Edge, or you can be using Firefox. It really doesn't matter here. But we're going to go ahead and go to the My NMSU website. So it's my.nmsu.edu. And we're going to sign in like normal, just using our My NMSU credentials here. So once you're signed in, we're actually going to look in this left-hand side under Launchpad. And there's a folder called Applications. And so under this folder, we're going to look for our Office 365 apps. It's the one right here with the little orange Office logo. So go ahead and click that link right there. And if this message pops up, you can just go ahead and click Yes to stay signed in. And you'll see that we have a myriad of Microsoft apps right here that we can use. So the one that we're wanting to use right now is OneDrive. So I'm just going to go ahead and click OneDrive. And it's going to redirect me to the web interface of OneDrive. And so you'll notice that all the folders here are exactly the same as what's being synced to my OneDrive folder here on my desktop. It works exactly the same way. You can create new files and folders. You can upload things. You usually, in most new browsers, you can drag and drop files straight into this. So the web version is just another way of doing the same thing. So you can upload documents, download documents, sync things. The only difference is the OneDrive on your desktop that we've done here in the Windows Explorer that we signed into earlier, the first method. It's easier usually to drag and drop files between. If you use the web interface, you will have to go to this upload file or this upload button and upload your files and folders manually, one by one. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, both versions both work great. So whichever works for you, feel free to use. And that's all that there is to it.